Welcome back everyone. We are Youth Unhinged with Yuvaan and Karan. We are back again with a new episode. Karan, you don't look so happy today. What's going on?
Well, I just finished my exams. So today is actually supposed to be a happy day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yesterday's paper and the paper day before yesterday weren't that good. Why? You can see it on my face, is it?
Yeah, it's very obvious. I have no idea why, but then I can just say you're not too happy today.
Never mind, that's apt. Well, actually, today we're going to be reacting to an article. The Pursuit of Happiness is what we're going to call this episode. Do you agree to that?
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, a lot of us are not happy these days.
that's true. Mainly our generation, to be honest.
And you said you can see it on my face. Well, I think all of us can do with a bit more happiness in our lives, huh?
For sure.
Well, today we're going to be reacting to an article by Healthline, How to Be Happy, 25 Habits to Add to Your Routine. So, you can't tell, well, by now, that was a skit that we tried to make there. I'm not that disappointed. I hope I don't get an F.
For sure.
But
I mean, we need to slide in the topic somehow. So I think that was a good intro nevertheless.
I don't know, but I don't know. I'm looking at my marks. Yeah, waiting for my marks to come out isn't something that a first year uni student is looking forward to.
Yeah, you know what they say, do tomorrow. Don't care about it right now.
Right, yeah. So bad marks is the story for another day then.
Yeah, as I told you the other day, bad marks are like part of university life. If you're not getting bad marks in your college, you're doing something wrong, honestly.
Yeah, do you know what? That's fine, so long as you abide by that rule as well.
Yeah, I think I've already surpassed certain very, very bad results.
Oh, you have?
Yeah. It's already kind of
if
like
you need if you need to
mark.
let anything off your chest, I'm here, Right. Okay. So if I don't fail, then you don't fail. If I fail, then you must fail one. At least one.
Sounds like a plan.
That's why we pros lah. Okay, so first thing the article says that it is possible. It is indeed possible to get happiness.
Well, if you're looking at the scientific way, it is obviously possible to be happy if you can secrete certain hormones like dopamine and serotonin.
Correct hormones to be secreted.
Yeah. Duh.
So scientifically possible. Get some drugs. Okay, no, I'm not advocating drugs.
But then how? That's the issue. I mean, not how to get drugs, huh?
I don't want to go there, man. But scientifically speaking, I mean, it's right. It's a matter of hormones, isn't it?
Yeah, that's true. It's just the hormones.
Okay, right, and you're at the secretion of what do you call
hormones?
Dopamine.
Yeah, dopamine and serotonin.
Dopamine, serotonin. Those are the two most popular. Well, so what this article gives is a few daily habits and then weekly habits, and I think it goes on from there.
Yeah, and then something that you can do pretty much forever, like keep it in your mind all the time. There are some of that kind of ways as well.
Right. So do you need this article in your life, Yuvaan?
I would say 70%. Yes.
Yeah. I suppose all of us could do with a bit more happiness. I think one thing about our generation is the fact that all of us just have our screens constantly in front of our faces.
Yeah, and like, a lot of problems and responsibilities to carry.
Yeah, and then when you get into trouble, right, then again, it's back to screen in front of your face. You're trying to ignore someone, screen in front of your face. You literally use your screen in front of your face to actually screen your face.
Wow. What
wow.
Wow.
That's a revelation right there.
It's like there's a light bulb above my head, it just popped up just now.
It just popped up, yeah.
But then I think the main problem is we are not being content of what we are doing or what we are accomplishing. Don't you think so? Are you happy with what you're doing right now?
Because we keep doing the same thing. It becomes more like a routine that keeps on repeating.
Yeah, but then we can also say that we are not cherishing those stuff, right? Even though if you're doing it as a routine. If you're still cherishing you can be
But then you come to like the cliche, right? Enjoy the simple things in life.
Yeah, I don't even agree with the statement. How can you like be content with so little things, but then still aiming to achieve big? I feel like if you're being content with all these little things, you can't achieve a lot of big stuff. But then that kind of contradicts also. If you're not cherishing those things, you can't be happy.
Then how are you gonna cherish the big stuff?
Yeah, exactly.
it starts with the small things, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's also another cliche, in fact. Well, we are doing cliche after cliche here. Well, okay, enough of that. Let's start with the first daily habit, right? So the first one is smiling.
This one is the 70%, I mean. This is the 70% of
Mm,
article that I agree on. I feel like
right.
smiling is one of the instant way to be happy. Let's
Mm-hmm.
say you are just running towards someone and you suddenly trip and fell down. If you can just like immediately wake up and just smile, I think your day will be fine. But then for some people, they'll feel terrible for the whole fucking day. Like their mood will be off. They can't do a single shit after that.
Well, honestly, if I look at you, you're not the kind that seems to smile at random people when you simply pass when they pass you by.
At Malaysia, I was doing it very often. Before there was this thing called COVID and a mask. If I'm wearing a mask, how can I smile at a stranger?
No, but even before that, so you're the kind who generally instinctively smiles at people.
Yeah, because I feel like if I smile and then they smile back, I genuinely feel
Uh-huh.
happy.
Right. Okay. So you actually flash smiles at people you don't know, like when you're going on a normal stroll or something like that.
Yep, true. I always
All
do
right.
that.
Okay. I do that. I do that as well. But then, unfortunately, there are people who are super grumpy
Mm-hmm.
all over the place, and that's unfortunate though.
Yeah, I
I
can see
thought
what
you
you're
were one
saying.
of them actually.
Come on, look at me. I'm like laughing throughout the whole podcast most of the time.
Yeah, true, but that's because you know me. I haven't seen you as a third person before, so it's difficult. It's difficult to judge in that sense. I
Yeah,
don't know.
good point as well. But then let me throw this to you. How do you find happiness? Like, what do you do to be happy?
Yeah, I mean, we need this article for that. I'm sure. First of
I
all,
mean,
but
impossible, right? Without this article, we can't say that that you're not happy at all.
yeah, you can't. But I mean, can you say that you're happy though?
I am. I wouldn't put it as happy,
Everyone will
but I
say
am
like, yeah, we're
relieved.
somewhere in the middle. That's what most people will say. I mean, are you happy?
Mm,
They'll say, okay, the positive, slightly positive, more positive people, I guess, will say, yeah, I'm super happy. But then half of the people will say that, when you look at how they live their lives, it's like very mundane. And
but then
some
funny
some people
enough,
some people you've got to give it to them, though. They are really jovial and very very excited people. Very very hyperactive sort of.
yeah, but then I think that is just their personality. Maybe inside they're not truly happy. Maybe they are. I'm not too sure. But then nowadays, I think that was my main focus. Like I'm
Mm-hmm.
trying to find ways to be happy. And my way of doing it is to find instant ways, like super instant. Like if I do it immediately, I'll be happy. And I came to like few conclusion, like 3 to 4 steps. The first one, I would say adrenaline rush.
Right.
Like some of my close friends know because I was saying this pretty much the whole month that adrenaline rush is like super fun way to get happiness. I realized that I really love to move in high speeds, like bike,
Mm.
cars.
Yeah. Okay. So you do you know what the first thing that popped up in my mind when you said adrenaline rush was dangerous stuff, and there you go on with motorbikes and stuff. So yeah, hypothesis accepted.
But then just because I'm riding motorbike doesn't mean that it should be dangerous, right? It's just that the feeling of adrenaline rush, as I said just now, whatever, it can even be the simplest thing like skipping 2 stairs and just jumping in front.
Mm-hmm.
Even a simple stuff like that can be like instant happiness for me.
Sure.
And then
Yeah.
the second one, I would say food, like some actually tasty and bang for the buck food. When I eat it,
Cool.
wow, it's just like I can't even explain the feeling, the happiness
No,
that I
I
get in
was
the
that
moment.
was the first thing that popped up in my mind as well. Food. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
food makes a lot of people happy nowadays.
Yeah, but then if you're like eating the same food pretty much all the time, I would say hardly you'll be happy
Mm-hmm.
because the thing that goes through your body is not good also.
Mm, true. But well, if it's tasty, then no one's complaining, unfortunately. But I don't know.
So
Well,
yeah, just like that. Do you think there are any other ways that you could think of?
I don't know. Like doing dangerous stuff generally makes the more rebellious people happy. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
yeah, but I'm not that kind of a person. I'm not the rebellious kind. I am to a certain extent, but not too much. I sort of have quite well defined boundaries in that sense. So what makes me happy, if I'm not doing anything rebellious? Well, I think being with animals is something that really calms me down, and I think by that what follows is when you're calm, then you're happy. it should follow. So
Yeah,
I think.
maybe that is why our ways are different, I guess, because the way we define happiness is different. For you, you feel
Mm-hmm,
like being calm will lead to being happy. For me, I
mm-hmm,
feel like feeling excited will lead me to be happy.
right.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah, well, sounds like two different personalities then, right? Then and then uh, a different sort, something like a different definition of happiness in a sense, like
Yeah.
different interpretations of it.
So I think that's the bottom rule for now.
Uh
Find
huh.
how you define happiness. Like if you can
Right.
define your type of happiness properly, the ways are goddamn obvious.
Well, and then going beyond that, there are generalized things that make most people happy, that you can put most people under, under this
Under the
one
same
umbrella,
way.
which is,
Yeah.
yeah, which is what this article is trying to do, which is number one, smile. Yeah, I still can't get over people who don't smile at you. I mean, what's wrong with you, man? Come on, just
Yeah.
would it kill you to show your teeth to some people?
Mm. I mean, currently, yeah, it's quite hard with the mask, as I said just now.
But
But
yeah,
then, if you can,
my
please
bad.
smile. It's very good to smile at people.
Yeah, flash a smile or two.
Yeah.
Unless, okay, do you know what? Unless you've got bad teeth, then don't do it. But apart from that, please.
I was literally going to say that. Like, we are the total opposite, like Karen. I was going to say, even if you have the worst teeth arrangement in the world, still smile. It's good for you and good for everyone around you.
Yeah, do you know what? I changed my mind as well. If you've got bad teeth, please smile as well.
Hey, come on, I have a
Oh.
wisdom tooth, okay?
But do you know what the wisdom? Do you know where do you know where the wisdom tooth is? The wisdom tooth is behind, four teeth that come out behind. So that's not a wisdom tooth. I don't think that is a wisdom tooth. The one that you have.
Then what the fuck is this tooth that's
I have
doing
no
right
idea.
here?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
You've got to
I mean,
maybe
either way,
try to get it removed.
the audience can't see, so it's a bad thing. It's
Uh,
okay.
yeah. Well, when we start video podcast, well, everyone will have a good look at your beautiful smile.
Who is that
Coming soon.
announcement right there?
Ooh, who knows? Who knows? Stay tuned. Stay tuned to more episodes to find out.
Yeah, guys, the more you guys listen, the more you guys comment, the better we can do.
So, next thing to keep people happy, exercise. Exercising isn't just for your body. Regular exercise can help to reduce stress, feelings of anxiety, symptoms of depression, while boosting self-esteem and happiness. And how often do you exercise?
Nowadays, absolutely not. I'm not exercising at all.
All right. Well, they say here even a small amount of physical activity can make a difference. Do you know what I do after class? Like something like 6:30 when the sun is like not so killingly hot, not so blazingly hot, like burning skin sort of hot.
Almost going to set.
Yeah, when it's almost gonna set, it's got a nice glow to it.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't feel like you're on a hot pot or anything like that.
Yeah.
I take a stroll outside my house, and then I follow this fixed route that I take every day. Just there are two rows behind my house, and so I
Okay.
go around each row in like a zigzag pattern.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, and you know what? Normally the people I pass, I flash them a smile, and then there are one or two characters. They're always the same characters, will be there around the same time. Always will give you a look like a robot with robot face. Yeah, I don't want to smile at you. So the first two times you go there and you try your luck. Okay, I'm gonna smile at you. Hi, nice day. Is he gonna smile back? No. Okay. The next time you go by, well, maybe forgot the guy's face. Try it again. Oh yeah. Oh, it's you again. Yeah. Now I remember you. Same face, same time. Yeah. Okay. So then after that, the third time, just go by and you don't bother anymore. But I don't know. Some people say people don't smile back. Smile anyway. I don't really believe in that rule.
I mean, yeah, if they're not smiling back, it's gonna ruin your mood, I guess. Then what's the
Yeah.
point of
So
smiling? But then let me give you a tip right here, Karen.
yeah, but one thing though, before you say that, yeah, the people who don't smile back, yeah, I wish you the worst day possible.
My God. I mean, first of all, obviously, please smile. As we said like a few minutes ago, the tip that I was going to give is if you realize that they're not smiling, right, just stare at them back while smiling. Just stare. Just don't even stop.
Do you know what happens though? They give you like they look at you like one kind after that, and they suddenly look like they're thugs, like they're part of a mafia or something like that. and then you become scared. You don't know what's going to come out of that guy's car that is beside, or in that guy's motorcycle, whether it's got a parang or not.
Suddenly AK-47 are
So
coming out.
yeah, you don't know what's going to come out of that guy's pocket, especially the shirtless guys. You walk by, right? They always got in every housing estate. There'll be one guy without a t-shirt outside the house.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't
walking
know. I
around
don't know
as if
what
he
that
owned
guy
the
up to.
street.
Yeah, yeah, and then yeah, exactly. His face all very expressionless one. Yeah, I think that guy had a bad childhood. Those kind of people. But I think it's like a common stereotype. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that's true
Yeah,
as well.
like you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, I can like totally imagine a person already right now in my head.
Yeah, exactly. Always there. His face like blurs or something. Like don't know what's going on. What is he doing there in front of his house in the first place? No idea. Go inside, lah. I don't want to see your face also.
Whoever that guy is, I feel bad for you because you're getting bashed by Karan right now.
Yeah, you should feel bad. Flash a smile next time. Anyway, so we wandered off from exercise to coming across this guy here. So which is basically what happens when you take light strolls. You wander off and find some people who are nice, some people who are less nice.
Who are the
But the
shirtless
point being,
guy?
yeah, the shirtless guy who falls under, needless to say, the less nice category. But needless to say, yeah, it's a really calming thing to do. Even so this article considers that a form of exercise, a simple exercise, perhaps just walking around. Some people don't even do that. Some people are happy enough sitting inside the house the whole day without feeling the need to go out, take some fresh air. I can't relate to that. I think it's depressing, and eventually the people who are stuck inside and feel have no urge to go out there, probably something is wrong. That's what I think personally.
Yeah, I mean, if you're just sitting inside, nah, it's not gonna work for me either. I can't even sit at the same place for like what's a single, like when I have classes, right? If I have like classes continuously, if you ask me to sit at the same place, wow, that would be the suffering day of my life.
Well, do you have like a favorite location? I mean, I know you don't like to be in the exact same spot, but maybe front, middle, or back. Do you switch like that also, or just around the same area?
Well, I didn't really had that much of offline class to give a definitive answer, but this is my thing.
COVID's done this.
Doesn't matter where I sit, right? If I sit at one place, like if I sat on that same spot yesterday, that's my spot for the rest of my life. Even if the place suddenly they move the chair or someone else is sitting on the chair, my day is not going to be good that day.
Wait, but I thought you just said you like to switch positions.
Oh, the one was I was trying to say like online classes. Like if I need to sit at the same place for like 6 hours, 7 hours, like in the breaks,
right.
I definitely need to like get out of the place. I can't sit in the same hub.
But then so it's a different story in like proper classrooms though.
Yeah. Like I won't
Right.
change my place. Like maybe like if I move to like different classes, I might. But then for every class, each class that I go to, the place will be same. Like the spot won't change.
Oh, that's interesting. Well, if anyone is looking for tips from straight A plus students, here's one.
Yeah. Chop your chairs. If other people is
Chop your
sitting on the
chair.
chair, break the chair.
And break them too. Probably that's what he thinks. I don't know. He covers it up with smiles. I don't know.
That's a tip from Karen, not from me.
Okay. Eat with mood in mind. So we covered that already. I mean, eating is fantastic, especially when you look at them Japanese foods, them Korean foods. Yeah, you get it all, man. You're where it all happens. I'm jealous of you right now.
Yeah, Korean food is. I don't know because Koreans normally like to eat together. Like most of the dishes are normally enjoyed together. So it gives like two types of happiness at the same time. One is meeting the people and being with them. Second is eating the food itself. It's already happy.
Right. Oh, so it's like a culture. I mean, they make sure that they eat together.
Yeah,
it's like
because
a bonding sort of thing.
I mean, like people that eat alone is gradually increasing, to be honest, and many restaurants are offering one-person menu. But then normally their foods are like to be eaten in a group, not only
really?
just one person. Yeah.
Wow, that is interesting. So generally, what's commonplace there is that you find menus catered for people eating in groups.
Yes, true.
More than one person. So yeah. like what you have in Malaysia. So a single dish of fried rice, perhaps. So it's different there.
I mean, of course there are fried rice, right? But then The
Yeah.
popular dishes are normally to be eaten in a group.
Number 5, be grateful.
Oh my god, this is actually very true. Because when I entered Korea, right, we had an orientation program, and then our senior actually said, write down like what are you grateful right now, like 3 or 4. And then I was doing it, then I realized that yeah, it may sound kind of stupid for some people. Well, even my friends say it sounded quite stupid, which for some people it is true, I guess. But then for me, it really helped because if you know what you're grateful for, means you're looking forward for your life, like what you're going to do or what you've already been doing. Even if it doesn't give you happiness per se, it will still keep your mind at peace. That's my
Mm.
opinion about it.
Yeah. Do you know what I've noticed? I've noticed that the older people become,
Mm-hmm.
you sort of see like a change because it's sort of like a common thing to find younger people of our generation to say, oh, that's such a lame thing,
Yeah,
or hey, what are you serious? Be grateful. It's like what I said just now as well, cliche, right? Uh,
yeah,
but then eventually as you get older, it's like in fact those very things that you mock, and myself included, I'm not immune from it. We all hypocrites in that sense, in the sense that you actually start to appreciate it a bit more as you go older. I don't know, it comes with maturity perhaps.
yeah. It's a learning process. Just go through it.
Well, we are giving advice to our future selves as well. Breathe deeply. Well, this I don't agree with.
hmm. I don't know. I got a story if you want. Well, me and my elder sister normally argue a lot.
Uh-huh.
Maybe last time, can I say? Nowadays we don't argue a lot because I don't see her a lot. I'm in a different country, right? So obviously, yeah. So every time when we argue, when she's shouting, I'll tell her to take a deep breath. If she actually does that, then she won't be angry anymore. But then when I'm angry and she asks me to take a deep breath, I'll say fuck you. Then I continue the argument.
Oh no.
So it's like it might work for some people and won't work
It
for
certainly doesn't work for you.
definitely.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't work for me
Mhm.
either. Well, we've covered 6 points so far. You're listening to Youth Unhinged. We're going to take a short break. We'll be right back after this. Hi there, welcome back to Youth Unhinged. Now, if you remember, we left off talking about ways to make yourself happier. And we ended up disagreeing with one of the points written in this article by Healthline, uh, which was taking a deep breath. So, Yuvaan doesn't think that works. I think that doesn't work. And I'll tell you another thing that doesn't work, planning your week. So, that's point number 13 from this article by Healthline, plan your week. Now, if there's one thing that anyone who's from our generation would say we hate the most, it would be planning. And if there's one thing that we hear everyone from the older generation, all the nerds from even 2-3 years older than us, that's how big the gap is, that's how distinct the line is.
Yeah.
It's, they go, oh, you should do a study timetable, you should do a timetable to plan your stuff, yeah, all those crappy things. Yeah, guess what, we hate it and we completely disagree with it. You and you plan your week?
Absolutely not. If I try to plan my week, I'm not gonna have a proper mood for the whole week. I'm gonna ruin everything in 1 second just like that. If I plan.
Karen, do you plan your week? Absolutely not. Also, Ewan, do you need to plan your week in order to be successful?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. Okay. And I can show you another 10, 20, 30 people who agree with exactly everything that we've said and ended up in top universities. Ewan is one of them. So I can tell you, tried and tested, it only works for some people, and those people are weird. Okay, but all jokes aside, there are people in our generation who also plan, but well, they happen to find themselves in the minority. I mean, when you look at someone who plans this stuff, you go and look at them and you go, hey, who does that, man? I mean, really? Yeah, yeah. So you're looked upon as one of the smart kind, one of the smart kinds of people, and not like Ewan is not smart or anything, but you're like smart, but like in a different way.
Oh well, I mean, I think they're just hardworking and I think they already figure out
Hardworking.
everything, I would say. Who
Yeah,
knows,
very,
maybe
very,
if we are
very.
old enough, then maybe we will plan our timetable.
Yeah, but here at Youth Unhinged, yeah, even our podcast is unplanned.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Come on, don't
that's how
reveal
it
us like
goes.
that, can or not?
Oh, no, I'm joking. I'm joking. Well, a lot of effort goes into the podcast that we make. And by the way, appreciate all your support. We've hit more than 30 followers on Instagram. I'm fangirling about that. I mean, who knew I'd be so popular? I mean, I'm almost crying today. I'm exaggerating, lah, but you get the point. We appreciate all of you taking the time to listen to our podcast. Uh, I found out that we've got like 80 listeners total
Yeah.
of all our episodes, and this is our number one episode. This is our 10th
10th
episode. Am I right?
episode, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, a great way to have to 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 talk about our 10th episode, because I'm happy and we're talking
Happiness.
about happiness as well, and I'm happy that we've reached our 10th episode with 8 times more the amount of viewers. 8 times
Yeah.
10 is 80, right? Yeah, there you go.
Then I think we can add another step into the article, make a podcast.
Make a podcast. Yes, definitely not a bad way to make your life happier. So the article went by making your day happier, and then the article goes on to making your week happier. Do you know what? We've come almost to the end of our podcast. What we'll do is that we will link, give a link, drop a link to this article at the end of our podcast, and so feel free to read the whole article by yourself. Do you like reading articles, Yuvaan?
Well, I think reading article is still better than reading books, so I think that's okay for me.
Right. Okay. I love reading books, articles. I'm not so sure. Anyway, it doesn't matter. If you've got time to kill, then do give the article a read. I think it's got quite interesting ideas to look at if you're feeling depressed, bored. One of the biggest problem of our generation is mental depression.
Yeah, and then I think the article also laid out pretty well, so it's very easy to read and it's not really like eye-aching.
That definitely a good article to read. And here's point number 12. I'd also like to talk about seeing friends. Well, it's interesting that they highlighted this, because Yuvaan and I are friends, and what we are doing through this podcast is essentially seeing each
Seeing
other.
each
So
other. Yeah.
in a sense, it's we're sort of making it work, and seeing each other as friends while doing something that we like, and so that's a good thing to do, and in fact something that we look forward to every week. So if you're looking for something to ease your sorrow, you're having a mundane job, a mundane study pattern, something that you feel is too repetitive, well, maybe it's a good time to reconnect with friends that you thought are long gone. Well, they're not. And so long as you weren't that weird kid in high school, so long as you weren't that weird kid in primary school, you're probably in good terms with them. Get in touch.
Yeah, just have a lot of catch-up session as much as possible because you're already growing older. If you're going to miss all these chances, you're not going to get it back. So just
You're not
catch up
gonna
as
get it
much
back.
as possible.
Very true. Okay, so well, that's been an interesting episode. We've talked about happiness. We were talking about happiness today on Youth Unhinged. We highlighted a few points from Healthline, some of the things we agreed with. In fact, that was most of the things we agreed with. What you said something like 70%, right?
Yeah, I agree. 70% of the article.
70%. Yes. So there are obviously things that we disagree with, because our generation is one that's rebellious in general anyway. But we've come to the end of our episode. Please follow us on YouTube, comment and share. We've got our own YouTube channel, Youth Unhinged, and feel free to visit us on Spotify. And we've got a few other platforms where we are available on. We'll catch you in the next episode. Thanks for listening to us. Goodbye.
If you don't know what to comment, just commenting for the algorithm and we'll still appreciate it. Goodbye.
We love you.